ask you guys, what do you guys know, or what are your perceptions on martial arts? Anybody?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. December?
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid, okay. All right. Okay, well, about 3,000 years ago, martial arts was formed in Middle Asia. It spread throughout China and Japan and Korea, and it became this big custom and tradition for a lot of countries. It was transmitted from generation to generation, creating this idea which modern psychology calls the power of within. And today what I'll be talking to you about is martial arts and mental health. So judo, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, karate, they all kind of get those specific stereotypes of being like Karate Kid, or promoting violence, teaching people how to kick and punch and break boards. But really what it teaches is self-defense, self-respect, responsibility, and discipline. One of my favorite quotes is from Ronnie Yu. He is a kung fu director out of Japan. One of his very famous quotes is, "Martial arts is a challenge of the spiritual body, not of the physical one." And that's something I've always kind of really lived by. I know you're all probably wondering, why is there this awkward white kid talking about martial arts up here? Well, I'll take you back a little bit. When I was younger, I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety, and a family friend recommended to my parents to put me into some martial arts because their daughter suffered from similar things, and they saw tremendous improvements on her health all over. So they put me in, and I hated it. I fought off it. I did not like it. I tried to avoid it. I didn't like the people. So they threw me in a tournament, and they thought, well, this will be the last one if he doesn't do well. But I walked out with double gold, and this is the first one I ever got. I'll pass that around. And after that, I proceeded to be the #1 heavyweight junior fighter in Canada on and off for about 8 years. And I also got my first degree black belt when I was 15 and competed in New Zealand for the World Championships. I got it's my second degree ID. When I was in New Zealand, I placed 19th out of 40 in the whole world. A year later, I went to World Cup in England, and I got invited onto the Team Canada team sparring. Individually, I placed 11th in patterns, 9th in sparring, and our team placed 5th in the world. So it's been a big part of my life for a long time. And with that, I grew and developed a lot. And I kind of fought off that anxiety and depression. Taekwondo specifically is training for self-defense. It teaches you how to protect yourself not only in everyday situations, but it teaches you how to protect yourself against yourself. Taekwondo really helped me build my confidence and my self-esteem and my self-love. It killed all of the dark thoughts that were kind of consuming me and eating me alive. And yeah, it gave me a safe place that was non-judgmental. It wasn't a place where someone would go to diminish you. It was a place for you to grow. It was a place for you to develop. People from all different walks of life were there. They come from different backgrounds, whether it was abusive or they just wanted something to get healthier. But every type of martial arts kind of has its own values and ethics. Each one with a kind of underlying value of being less aggressive towards each other, and also to build kind of a more peaceful world. The Bosun Taekwondo that I have, that's actually on the back of the card there, are I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo, which is courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and the indomitable spirit. I shall respect my instructors and my seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion in freedom and justice, and I shall build a more peaceful world. They weren't just values in the sport, they were values that I was raised upon. They were values that I still use to develop my life and work on. Instructors and coaches and teammates are a big, huge development and support system for people in the sport. They kind of help change this awkward little kid into a professional fighter, and that's kind of what the sport is all about, is taking people from all different walks of life so they can be the best that they can be. There's multiple different psychological studies that help mental development. There was studies done for reducing anxiety and depression done by Richards and Rudes in the 1980s. There was a study done by Chow in the early 2000s, which was a big breakthrough for martial arts and their reputation with mental health. And it revealed that people in that field of sport have a better development in mental health and in physical. And I'm not up here to kind of leave a final statement in your head. I'm here to give you an option. If whether you're in a bad situation or not too sure where you're going with your life, or say you have a child who's struggling, I would personally recommend using martial arts